Hey guys, what's going on? This is Himesh here with Game Explorio, and today is an exciting day guys because the PlayStation 5 event is happening today. Just one day before The Last of Us Part 2 embargo lifts. That's tomorrow guys. We're gonna get the reviews tomorrow and we're gonna hear everything about The Last of Us Part 2. So I will be covering everything that the reviewers will be releasing tomorrow in this channel. So subscribe and like my videos and join in with the fun. IGN Summer of Gaming started on the 10th of June and I'm particularly excited to talk about Mortar Shell guys because this is a game I'm so excited about. It's done by 15 developers, a new gaming company, and this game is inspired by the Souls games, so it must be exciting. And also guys, it has its own uniqueness, its own taste to it, so it's not an exact replica of the Souls games, so there's so much things to look out for. So I will talk about it in a future video as well. Guys, we are exactly 7 days away from the official release of The Last of Us Part 2. I'm extremely excited right now and I'm playing the remastered version of The Last of Us Part 1 again because I really wanna embrace this story. I wanna immerse myself into this new world that they have created. I hope you are excited as well guys. But before moving on, let's talk about some of the news that we heard of The Last of Us Part 2. If you can remember, there was an interesting news that was developing around the TV spot that was released for The Last of Us Part 2. A musician by the name of Lottie Kessner actually accused Naughty Dog of replicating her music in the TV spot that was released for The Last of Us Part 2 without her permission. Now I was waiting for a reply from the team, and actually Neil Druckmann actually acknowledged their mistake and they said Ellie's rendition of True Faith was inspired by Lottie Kessner's haunting cover of the song. Due to an oversight on our end, she wasn't credited as intended. Our deep apologies. We are rectifying this ASAP. We hope that Lottie Kessner receives the recognition she deserves. To which she replied, "So proud this music has found a home in such an amazing project. Thanks to Neil, Naughty Dog and everyone at Sony." So guys, that ended out well. Alright, so there's no problem in that hand and I'm just glad that everything is good to go with The Last of Us Part 2. We got a latest development that The Last of Us is getting its own HBO series. That's gonna be exciting and there's important people on board. Neil Druckmann himself will be writing the episode, so it's gonna be exciting. He'll be joined by the writer of Chernobyl, Craig Mazin. Now you know how good Chernobyl was, right? So joining these two forces together, I think we are in for a mind-blowing series, guys. The director of Breaking Bad and the Chernobyl series, Johan Rank, is on board as well, but he has only confirmed that he will be directing the pilot because he is not ready to commit to an ongoing TV series. He said based on his schedule, there is not enough time for him to actually commit to a long-term TV show. The TV show will basically cover the original story that we found in The Last of Us Part 1 with the possibility of additional content based on the forthcoming game sequel as well. Guys, I want to bring your attention to something said by one of the reviewers who's gotten a review copy, right? It's an interesting statement. "By this point in the game, I figured out the best way to deal with dogs as a threat: kill their owners from a distance with an arrow or silenced bullet. But be warned, this plays out in a pretty messed up fashion. This tactic consistently stops dogs in their tracks as they huddle by their former master's side in utter confusion and begin whining. Killing a dog first, on the other hand, will make its owner yell the dog's name out and direct more militia members to wherever the shot came from. The Last of Us Part 2, dogs are too aggressive to be left alive. You can't toss them a treat or entice them to join your side. The game forces you to kill virtual hunting dogs on top of killing virtual humans." Right guys, so this is where we are at, right? The Last of Us Part 2 is going for this realism concept. It's committed to doing it by even the smallest of details, right? So this is gonna be an exciting game. The Last of Us Part 1 I thoroughly enjoyed, but we didn't get this much of details from that one, and we got to know that The Last of Us Part 2 map is 50% bigger than that of the first one, so we can expect about 30 20 to 30 hours of content in the game, whereas in the first one we got about 12 to 16 hours of gameplay. So it's gonna be a huge game, guys. I'm so looking forward to it. And guys, as soon as the reviews get released tomorrow, I will talk about them in the channel itself. So stick around, subscribe and like my videos. I will see you in the next one.